Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing this morning?
Good morning, Ash, and
Good
everyone.
morning. Good morning,
Morning.
Coach.
Fine. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Mishka. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
Take care. Okay, I see Dr. Thay. How are you doing, Dr. Thay? Glad to be here. I got nothing. The audio is off. Andrew, how are you doing?
Sorry. Yes, I'm great.
Oh,
great.
I see you now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Hello, John.
Hi, Aisha. How are you?
I'm good. You're young as beautiful. I know it.
No, I'm exercising my shopping bag carrying muscles because it's Saturday.
Right.
Yes. The shopping season, the Christmas season, everything is here now, finally.
Yeah.
Okay. Before starting, can I please ask everybody to please turn on the cameras? It will be really, really great. Okay, let's begin. So good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to today's session of the Global Health Entrepreneurship Program. We are thrilled to have you in such a dynamic and enthusiastic group of participants with us. So just be ready to explore innovative ideas and insights that drive health and business forward. So today's session promises to be both engaging and inspiring as we dive into a fascinating case study, McDonald's journey from roots to modern success. We'll explore how the global giant transformed from a small operation into a worldwide phenomenon, extracting the valuable lessons that can be applied to entrepreneurship in the health and wellness sector. And adding to this, we are honored to have Dr. Sunny Ahonsi with us today. Dr. Sunny will introduce the incredible potential of ASEA and the cutting-edge VIP scan technology. It's showcasing how these innovations are shaping the future of healthcare and personal wellness. So let's just gear up for an insightful, interactive session. And please, 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 please feel free to ask questions and share your thoughts as we navigate through today's exciting agenda. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today, and let's just get started. Over to you, Dr. Sunny.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening to every single person around the globe. Today we have a terrible, special, super Saturday, because today we have one of our international renowned doctor, Dr. Tay with us. Dr. Tay deals with Chinese turbo acupuncture. What does that mean? Well, that means anyone that is suffering from any imagined pain, whether it is a chronic or it is an acute, we have some solution for you. And he's going to be sharing that excitement with you just after my own presentation. In fact, I think we're going to turn it around. We will give the platform for the next 30 minutes to Dr. Tay, who is going to be sharing with us about this intriguing pain relief management protocol that can support me, you, and our loved ones around the globe on turbo pain management. Dr. Tay, I will make you a co-host, and you can, and in fact, just introduce yourself the same way you did at the conference. And we have made you a co-host. So you have up to 45 minutes with question and answer in terms of what you have for us this morning. So the podium is now yours, Dr. Tai.
Okay, thank you very much for good morning, and thank you very much for inviting me and having me here and giving me the opportunity to share what I know and what I have to offer, or what I can, how everybody here and understand. I'm here the first time, and I understand not everybody is a doctor, not everybody is a medical practitioner, maybe, but however, everybody can benefit from this. So just let me see this my presentation. Okay, so I'm still on the screen. I have my presentation ready. As I said, it's not everybody is a medical practitioner. I made it for interesting for everybody, and because it's a business event, this is a business meeting, right? As I understand, I also give you a perspective from the business point of view. So that's why I renamed my presentation to what it is now. And you can see my presentation here. You can see my slide.
Yes, we've seen it, but can you just put it on the slideshow, Doctor?
Sorry?
If you could put it on the slideshow so that you can magnify it.
Right.
Yeah, slideshow, yeah.
Like this one?
Very good. Yeah, it's
Okay.
bigger now.
Okay, so this is about how to generate.
Sorry to interrupt. Doctor, if you can just click on the button start just at the top. Yes. Just click on that, please.
Well, I click it by hand. Or?
Yes. I think then it will actually maximize the screen. Oh no. Yes, perfect now.
So, okay, so how to generate 100+ appointments mean patient appointments as a practitioner worth 10,000 and more, which is in dollars, euro, pound. It might differ a bit, but this is within just 1 hour. How you do it in just 1 hour, and you can do this over and over again. I'm Dr. Tayo Tan. I'm in Stuttgart, Germany. I'm in London, but usually I'm in Germany, and more of that is in the presentation. I'm on this world tour, which I initiated in 2023. Everywhere I am, everywhere I go, wherever it is in the world, I declare it as part of my world tour. So this is today, London, November 30. It started last year in Singapore, and I went to many countries in Asia and Europe. However, this is wherever I am, this is basically the opportunity for everybody in pain to get out of pain, right? I don't call it a treatment, what I do, but I call it a private, personalized self-experience demonstration, where the self-experience will be that the person will be out of pain in 19 out of 20 cases. So more about that a bit later. And it is for patients, of course, for patients in pain, but more than that, even it is for doctors also, because everybody on this globe needs somebody who is able to get him or her out of pain, right? I cannot serve everybody, but I can train doctors and other therapists, eligible therapists, depending on the country. So this is now Hang on. All right. So my big promise for you today, this can be your turning point today, right? Meaning, which is 5 patients a day can change your total, can you change your entire life? There's a bit of delay. So you are here today for a very special reason, right? And imagine whatever you experience in life, in your entire life, business life, private life, was only 10% of what is available. You might think you know it all already, and you lived 80% of your life, and there's always 10-20% a room for improvement, right? And this 10-20% is dynamically, of course. But how if that all was just 10% and 90% you even don't know of? How about that? So if you have an open mind, then just yeah, be open for a few minutes, then you will see. So the question actually is, how many of you are doctors actually? Doctors and practitioners, by show of hands? So I don't see everybody, so maybe, I don't know, 3, 4, 5. However, so this is a quick way to introduce myself with a little bit of music, if that's okay for you. This is a shortcut. Sorry, I need to go back, sorry. Because of the delay. Pattern navigator.
Yeah, you get rid of your pain with only one needle. Isn't that incredible? Just so neat. Some minutes and you're free of your pain. Wanna know how this is possible? Revolutionary tactic is not magic, even if it sounds that way. And you'll be a weekend away from.
Really excited to bring our next presenter up to the stage. Dr. Tai Yotan is a multiple international award-winning acupuncture expert on instant pain elimination. Who couldn't use a little bit of that? He is the founder and director of Turbo Acupuncture Academy and one of Europe's largest physician-led practices for acupuncture. Before that, he was senior resident and temporary deputy of the head of the first German hospital for TCM, University Hospital at Beijing University of TCM in Germany. He's the first ever outside of China who was granted the inherited Master Fellowship of Qilu School of TCM for complex diseases. He's one of 64 acknowledged inherited schools of TCM in China. He's the host and chairman of the first World Summit on Turbo Acupuncture for instant pain elimination. And his superpower is instant pain elimination using only one acupuncture point. Please welcome to the Global Entrepreneurship stage, my good friend, Dr. Tai Yotan.
All right. So that was a little bit of myself so that you know my background. You see this, I think this was better this way. It's a little bit smaller, but so as we do not have that much time, I will skip a bit. It's about my journey. This methodology brought me multiple international awards. I taught this methodology in China, in Germany. This is a Chinese hospital. This is Beijing University International Department, where I treat the head of the acupuncture department himself. And well, now, so how do you do this? I call it the 7 secrets of a highly successful acupuncture practice if you are not an acupuncturist, if you are not a doctor, if you are not a medical practitioner, and you think this is not for you, you cannot use this. What you can do after watching this presentation, you know the background and you can speak to other people. You can speak, for instance, to practitioners, acupuncturists, doctors, right? And you will benefit from that too. Not only if you have pain, but everybody with pain benefits from somebody who can eliminate the pain, but there is some more than that behind business-wise. So the 7 secrets. Secret number 1, have an open mind. That is with everything and with so many things. Have an open mind first. Don't think it's not possible, too difficult, it will not work, it's too expensive, whatever it is. So a famous Chinese philosopher, Zhuangzi, he said the mind contains everything, right? So if you have it in your mind, then it's possible. Napoleon Hill, the author of what is it, Grow Rich book, what mind can conceive, man can achieve, right? Have it in your mind first. Whether it's in sports, whether it's in finances, whether it's in business, whether it's in health, right? If somebody say to you, hey, your pain is incurable, or your disease, your whatever is incurable, it's only because you don't have the right therapist at the right time, right? For some diseases like cancer, maybe you don't have the time to find the right therapist, right? But if you had the time, I'm sure there is a therapist for any kind of disease. That is number 1. Number 2 is, what does it mean, success, right? If you say a successful practice, well, success therapeutically, it should be not 50-50. So 20 patients, 10 get better, 10 won't. No, it's 90, it's, let's say 3/4, right? But if it was 19 of 20, which turbo acupuncture is able to deliver, right? That's 95%, right? That's unheard of. So what does this mean? I give you a short video of a patient, an example.
Wow, I am amazed. I was run down by a moving van 4 years ago when I was trying to cross the street in Los Angeles. The van hit me and knocked me about 15 feet through the air, and I was taken to a trauma center to find out what was broken. And they couldn't find anything broken, but I have been in extreme pain since. I've gone to acupuncturist, I've gone to acupressure, I've gone through doctors that do the epidurals in my back. I get tramadol shots in my arm. I've tried everything. I've been to a neurologist. I can't get the pain out permanently. I have every drug possible, oxycodone, OxyContin, morphine. Morphine they give you when you're dying. So, but that's the kind of pain I'm in. And I met Dr. Tan and he told me he could do this. And I said, no way. I've been there and done that and I know better because I have a lot of pain. One needle, he got my lower back pain gone. A second needle, he took the pain out of my shoulders. I'm shocked and amazed. Give this a try. It is worth your time. You will be out of pain. I'm shocked. I'm totally blown away.
So this is just one example of many, many, many. We don't have time to look many, but there are many. If you want, you can see in my Instagram reels, there's so many. What I want to say, what I want to point out is this is just one lady, right? This could anybody of you, if you have pain. This could anybody you know in pain, family, friends, colleagues, whoever. And this can be any of your doctor's pain patients, right? And this is the capacity behind this methodology, because it's so easy and short to train and easy to short to apply, that everybody could, well, basically everybody could learn it, but not everybody is eligible by the law of the country, right? However, this is the potential which you have, even you might not be a therapist, that you just spread the word, and so many people could benefit from this methodology. By the way, do you have an idea how many pain patients you have in the UK? Just say a number.
1 million maybe.
Okay, thank you, Letitia. Dr. Letitia. It's 1 million, 28 million. You have 28 million pain patients. In Germany, 23 million. In US, 80 million, that's a quarter of the population suffering from pain, totally needless, or 95% needless, right? They're just, from my point of view, I claim they are only suffering from pain because they don't know and their therapists don't know that this methodology exists. So this is what can be done, and this is what the sorry, Doc Sunny, I call you Doc Sunny, okay? Doc Sunny and I have in common, we both have a global meaning, a global assignment which we want to fulfill as global mission, right? A global mission where all these people can benefit so easily. The only thing is it needs to be spread, it needs to be known, it needs to be visible. So that's why I'm so grateful for Doc Sunny that you give me this opportunity to share this today here. So what is secret number 2B about success? It's also financial. It's not only therapeutically, it must work, but there must be a financial success behind too. So what would it mean if you or the doctor or the practitioner could add 100,000, let it be euro, dollar, pound, is not so much difference. I mean, 10, 20% up and down, but add 100,000 per annum, per year, annually, by only treating, needling 5 patients a day. 5 patients is nothing, right? So on a very busy day before I travel, I do 20. On a normal day, depending on how many new patients I have, I do 10 to 15, right? So 5 patients is nothing. 5 patients is for a retired doctor, maybe half day retired doctor. But this 100K you do with 2 months of vacation. You only work 10 months and 2 months you have vacation, right? That's basically 10,000 a month, right? With only 5 patients a day. That's the background. So now secret number 3. So if you look at these numbers, if I say 100,000, 10,000 per month, and it's only 5 patients per day. So if you have 5 days a week, that's 25 per week, 25 patients a week, times 4 weeks a month, that's 100 a month, right? 100 treatments, 100 patients, 100 sessions a month, which bring you 10,000, which means one session must be 100. So who is willing to pay 100? Which patient is willing to pay 100 for one session, right? Of which he might need 10 or 12. So which kind of patient needs that to be? It must be a patient with a big health issue, a very big health issue, for which you have a quick solution, right? So the biggest health issue you can have is a life-threatening disease, right? That's the very, very big. So the acute ones go to hospital anyway. The chronic ones, well, there is some kind of medication, but the other kind of health issue which is very, very big is pain, right? If you have pain, chronic pain, you cannot move, you cannot work, you cannot sleep even, right? That's a big health issue. So, and if you can provide a quick solution for that, a quick, reliable solution which works in 19 of 20, that is valuable, right? And that is patients are willing to pay for that. So secret number 4 is, how do you do this? I mean, you need to convince the patient, right? So make a patient presentation, which is 1 hour. This is 1 hour that you invest, right? You can test it with your family, with relatives, friends, and colleagues. So this patient presentation I will deliver to you. Well, not today, but sometime. So if you can get, this is just a number. So if you have 20 patients in the room, right? 20 patients and they all have pain, chronic pain, they are suffering, right? They can't wait to get rid of pain. Won't you think, if you have the right presentation where you tell them how it is possible that pain can be released, not only reduced by 10, 20, 30%, but released down to 0, wouldn't you think that at least half of these 20 patients would make an appointment? They won't make 10 appointments immediately, but they make the initial appointment, right? That's 10 patients. But over time, these patients will make 10, 12 appointments, which is those 100 appointments at 100 per sessions. That's your 10K, 10,000, right? 100 points generated from 1 hour presentation. Of course, you still need to work on these appointments, right? But however, you generated these appointments in just 1 hour, right? So this is the shortcut. And this is my secret enrollment formula. So, and then secret number 5, what the many practitioners do wrongly, what they do is they treat the patient, like they needle them, and they say to them, okay, we go home and then see how it goes, and then call me again. They don't call again, right? Most of them don't call again. You need to guide the patient. You know that this methodology works, right? Because you know that this methodology works so confidently, that's why you are able to guide the patient and say, hey, patient, for a good result, for the best result, you need to come 3 weeks, 2 times a week, right? And after that, 1 time a week for another 4 to 6 weeks, which in total 10 to 12 sessions over 12 months. That's a normal protocol. And then secret number 6, make patients videos, right? This is actually, why did I get all these awards? How did I get the first award, right? I got an application form by internet asking, do you have anything you think is exceptional, which is worth to receive a reward for that? So I said, I have something exceptional. So I explained what I have, right? And after a few weeks later, they said, okay, you get awarded. I said, why? Under which criteria was it? Okay, they said to me, okay, you explained what you do. We checked all the internet, right? You said, do you do pain elimination? We checked all the internet. We didn't find any other doctor, acupuncturist, practitioner who had so many patients' video out there in the internet showing the success, that patients witnessed the success, all these testimonials. And then they said, okay, then I need to be the best, right? And I must be the best, which is the case. So that, and then you got 1 award, then you got the next, and so on. So it's about the patient videos, but the patient videos is also for you, that you can show your other patients, like in that presentation, what I was talking about, that 1 hour presentation. Those patients don't know, they need social proof, right? If you can show videos, and in the beginning, if you don't have your own videos, you can use my videos. There you can show these videos with all these patients, with all these various kinds of pain. You only saw 1 patient, right? But there's so many with so many different kind of pains, complex cases. So we won't have time to see all these videos, maybe another time. So secret number 7, for doing this, or maybe if allow me this
Dr.
one.
Tan, you can
Yeah.
actually show some of the video, 2 or 3.
Because this is very exceptional. This is an English one. The other one was an American one, right? But this is so exceptional. Look, this is why Kettering. What do you think? This is London. Okay, London. Peterborough, I have assignment there. Do you know Peterborough? Maybe. Do you know Kettering? How many of you know Kettering? Why do I go to Kettering? In Kettering, I have two special patients, right? She's one of these 2 sisters. This is one of them, and they have such a story of. She's 38. She has been suffering from pain since age 14. And listen to this.
Right. So with my bladder, I suffer with a severe bladder disease, which is why they wanted to remove my bladder. I've been under top specialist. And with my bladder filling, it can start to burn my bladder and it can be so debilitating. This has actually helped with the interstitial cystitis, that the bladder's not been burning when it's been filling. It's actually helped with everything. I am such a complex case. I even have top specialists tell me I'm too complex even for them, and had to be referred to like Oxford, Addenbrooke's, like Sheffield. People will know these are top specialist hospitals. And for them to say how complex I am, not be able to get my pain under control, be on 35 tablets a day at one point and still be in pain, be bedbound for 1.5 years, and literally in 3 days, I feel like me again.
So 3 university hospitals wanted to remove her bladder, right, for pain. Basically, she has pain when the bladder fills. She needs to go to the toilet every 1 to 2 hours. So every 1 or 2 hours, she empties like 20, 30 mils, right? And then the bladder fills again. It's painful again. I treated her one time only. She did 400 mils. She didn't have pain anymore, right? That was a year ago. This needs further continuous treatment. I'm only there now and then, so I always, or almost always, if I'm here in UK, I try that I can see her and a sister to help them a bit. But basically, and this is so this doesn't need to be. So the bladder is not the problem anymore, but she has many other different kind of things.
All right, I'm someone who has been under the hospital since I was 14 years old. I am now 38. I've been on so much medication over the years, and I've had another type of acupuncture that didn't work. This turbo acupuncture, it has just made me feel amazing that probably over 100 doctors haven't even been able to make me feel with all the medication I've had. So yeah, I'd say it's a miracle, to be honest.
So, and it will work with many, many other kind of pains.
I'm pain-free. It's spectacular. And I can't believe it. The pain that I was experiencing was holding me back, and I had tried everything to get rid of this pain. Dr. Tan, with one needle, within just a few seconds, maybe a minute, the pain that I was experiencing was completely gone.
Hi, everybody. I've just experienced turbo acupuncture.
This is South Africa.
And I've had problems for probably 40 years, and I've had instant relief from this treatment.
The pain is gone.
This is Canada.
Pain is really gone.
Oh, I've had a headache for
This is Colorado.
about 3 weeks. One needle, and in about 10 seconds, it was gone.
I had fallen down a flight of stairs 10 years ago, and I had several areas in my back that were bothersome at a level 3, 4 pain consistently, even with taking pain medication. I was totally amazed. One needle, and within, I'd say, less than 30 seconds, the pain was completely gone.
I was sore all over, trying to stay awake and everything else. He put one needle in, and my neck started to it was almost like somebody took the pain and started draining it out of my neck. Little by little, it started draining to the point where it was gone. And I'd say probably about 15, 20 seconds. My head right now is just unbelievable. I have had sinus issues for so many years. I can't remember how many years. And now it's off. I just love how I feel right now. I'm just like 20 years younger right now. To me, I would pay any amount of money to get this service. I mean, it's not like normal acupuncture. Well, it's turbo. I love the name because it's fast. It's fast. Yeah, it's effective, and I feel great.
I've had basically chronic back pain, and it's been pretty persistent for several years. It's the first time I received acupuncture for this type of pain. The results were almost immediate. The needle that went in, it was painless. And seconds later, the pain was alleviated. Right now, it essentially feels the same way. I'm pretty much pain-free from the condition that was alleviated yesterday evening.
So this methodology, right, it's not about me. It's really the methodology. Everybody could do this if you just knew how, right? But it's simple, it's easy, but it's quick to learn, right? It's a little secret. It's a little, let's call it a missing link in medicine. And this turns the entire pain medicine upside down. It disrupts it. It's just crazy. And there are 28 million pain patients in the UK. There's no turbo acupuncturist in the UK. There's only one in Republic of Ireland. That's one. That's the only one north of the Channel, right? There are quite a few in Germany, but I mean, the world is big, right? There's so many we can help. So secret number 7 is to do this, you need a mentor, right? So if you're a practitioner, eligible practitioner, which in the UK would be a doctor, a dentist, a physiotherapist, a chiropractor, a nurse, even with some minimal formal acupuncture training. There's some formality involved, right? But it can be easy. So if you're not a practitioner, right? If you're not a practitioner, but you know patients in pain, and every patient has a doctor, right? And that doctor cannot help sufficiently, right? Because if that doctor could help, right, that patient wouldn't be in pain. Easy, isn't it? So what I offer is this transformation. So I can be your mentor, and I can make the transformation with you, which will make you a totally different person, totally different human being, a totally different therapist doctor, and I support the implementation. What is next is maybe next time I show you how, right? Well, I show you how, first of all, I show you that we need to do something differently, This is an example from cycling, something from running, and this is something from the, how do you call it, aircraft flying, right? There are differences, right? You need to do something different. If you do everything the same way, we will get the same result. If you want to have a different result, we need to change something. And this, what I show, which is what I have to share with the world, basically, is how to simply and quickly change a patient in pain, making him a totally new person. So a summary here, secret number one was have an open mind. Secret number two, what is successful? Successful is once therapeutic successful, 19 out of 20 is 95%, but also financially successful. This is the 10K per, there should be 100K per annum. So, and again, this is for the practitioner, right? Easy to add 100K to the bottom line, but I said it multiple times before, even if you're not a practitioner, you only a patient or you know patients, there's a way how to participate and to benefit also financially. Secret number three is you need the right patients, right? The patients who are willing to pay this £100 per session, those are those with the big health problem. You saw that one patient, he said he would pay any amount of money to get the service, right? Because why? Because you can deliver a fast and instant solution. The patient will be out of pain instantly. If I say instantly, I didn't say the pain will stay away for good. No, but now the experience, the most important experience for the patient who has been suffering from pain for years and decades sometimes, the pain is gone now. It's totally different. So the pain comes back, but not as bad anymore. Maybe half, 2/3, 1/4, whatever. That's why you needed to do it again 2 times a week for the first 3 weeks, right? So I have a presentation to get people know about this, and just the number 20 patients in a room, 50 of them, 50%, at least 50% will make an appointment if they have all pain, right? And you make the right presentation, which I will share with you. That will be 100 appointments over time. So 10 patients at 10 appointments, 100 appointments, and at 100 euro, dollar, or pound, that's 10K. And you did that, you generated that in just 1 hour, right? And you can do that over and over again on demand. And secret number 5, so do the 10 or 12 sessions to get a long-lasting effect in this with this protocol, which I already shared. Then make the patient's videos very, very important, very, very important for your own patients, but for your reputation. People will see it. It will get spread. Patient video is so important. And secret number 7, you need the right mentor, right? Who can make this transformation with you, for you, and supports you. Normally, if you learn something, there's nobody who supports you. You get something, you pay for something, and then you look yourself how you implement it, right? And some succeed, most of them will not succeed because they see, it doesn't work, and then they lose interest, right? So this is all about not only mentoring you, but also holding your hand so that you will have the same results, same success as I have with my patients. And again, lastly, even if you're not a patient, even you don't have pain, even you're not a practitioner, not a doctor, but you know a doctor, even you don't know a doctor, you know patients in pain, family, friends, and so on, right? And they must have a doctor. So this is my itinerary. I'm here now. In 2 weeks' time, I will be here again in London, and that will be the opportunity for somebody in the UK to become UK's first certified tuber acupuncturist, which will by itself be competitive advantage over everybody else. I mean, who is able to eliminate pain? Who is the most competent person to eliminate pain in the Western medicine? It is an anesthetist. And which of those many? it will be the anesthetist of a hospital, the director of the hospital. It will be the head of the anesthesiological department of a university hospital, right? Medical University of Leeds, Medical University of whatever city, London, whatever you have, Aberdeen. The head of that, the director, he is not able to relieve pain with just one needle, but the doctor will be after only spending 1 weekend with me. So this is what we can do with the world. It's on the table. So the global solution. Oh, I forgot to say this. This video you saw in the beginning, this introductory video, that was an event at United Nations headquarters in New York, right? And there I had the privilege and honor to introduce turboacupuncture for instant pain elimination as the new revolutionary gold standard in pain therapy and basically the global solution to pain. So the global solution to pain is on the table, right? It just needs to be spread. So this is my WhatsApp here. If you want to get in touch with me, get my WhatsApp. And also, of course, I'm very much convinced that Doc Sunny and I, because we have the same intention, right? Do something globally, do something for the entire population. We just need to get our messages out. That's all about. And if we co-work, if we cooperate, if we collaborate, that will be the best. So this is it for the time being. Just so this would be a weekend, the transformational weekend where I should share the knowledge and the know-how and the secret to the eligible, to the approved practitioner. Sorry to say that, but not everybody, not every practitioner is, he might be eligible by law, but not everybody is suitable. Let's call it this one, suitable. It needs to have some kind of, it needs to fulfill some criteria, right? So that's why it's by application only. And yeah, so that's it from my side for the time being. I'm open for questions now or later, depending on Doc Sunny's schedule. Thank you very much.
Fantastic, Dr. Tai. That have been an enlightening and very informative sessions in terms of what you have presented today. And yes, 28 million people out of 65 million people in the UK alone. That's about 50% suffering from different form of pain, acute or chronic. That's quite a big number. If UK alone is 28 million, you can imagine, and United States 80 million, France 23, 25, and many, many different parts of the globe. You can imagine the extent, the scope of what this turbo acupuncture could, and how Dr. Tan, as a master of pain reliever, how he can support a lot of medical professional and the general public in terms of dealing with this endemic issue relating to the human race, pain management.
Yeah, thank you. By the way, I forgot, Dr. Sunny, I'm on this world tour, right? So if you, any of the participants today, or your family, friends, whoever, suffer from pain, right? I'm here in London today and tomorrow, so that could be your or that patient's golden ticket to get rid of those pain, right?
Very good.
So
okay, yeah, we'll
see how we can do it.
We will put this one on the actual platform right now, and Aisha is going to now demonstrate. If you're interested in terms of booking a session for yourself or your family members or a friend for that matter, this is the application form. Fill it in, then we will send you an invite, and there's a subscription that needed to be paid because the sessions are not free. Okay, but we'll send you that information. Aisha, would you like to share it with every single one on this particular platform, which they can share with their own friends and families, and all of this will be made public as well in the process. Ash, are you there? Right. When you go onto the chat form, the chat session, he actually demonstrated in there. If you go to the chat to complete the application form for a session with Dr. Tan. All right. I lost Ash for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe she's struggling to, internet connectivity. She's struggling to get, or she's gone home cooking. Right. Now, let's pick up question sessions now. We have room for 1 or 2 questions.
Hello, good morning, sir. Everyone.
Morning, Ash.
How are you, everyone?
Yeah, we're good. Tell us
Sir,
what your question is.
Yeah, my question is actually I want to thanks Dr. Tan for this wonderful opportunity. Also, regarding my experience, I want to share something. Many years ago, I had some pain in my I forgot which part of the body anyway. I did the acupuncture and it really helped me a lot. It's an old tradition and it's really helped me a lot. After that, that pain did not come in that particular part of my body. So it's very useful, very good treatment, I must say. And thanks for that. Thank you.
Very good, Ashkan, for sharing your experience. This is what we're actually saying here is something relating to turbo, right? This is a different normal
Yes, sorry,
acupunctural.
my
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Oh, Ash is back. So yeah, thanks for sharing that with us in terms of what is actually taking place. So this is where we're at. And yeah, I think Letitia Shank, thank you for sharing that. And Ash, yes, you're back. We thought something has happened and you're back without back in life, back to life. Okay, if you can, I think Letitia has already shared that particular form in terms of what can be.
It's there.
The courses for the acupuncture and Chinese, traditional Chinese medicine is available, and you'll be getting this information in the next few days. Yeah, from January, we'll be rolling out a day course, 2-day course, so that you can learn about all of this. And up to the point where we can gradually upgrade you, then you can become one of our consultants in the process. So the whole idea is we build a capital of as many people as possible. And you know a little bit to look after yourself, but your loved ones and your friends in the same process. And it generates business opportunity and possibility for you at the same time. This is the purpose, fundamentally, of this particular platform. That's why we run this platform every single Saturday without letter. Yes, back to Ash, we're taking question and answer for this particular session right now.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Sani. Thank you so much, Dr. Thay. It was an incredible session. Yes, please. Any questions directly to Dr. Thay? He's here right now to answer all the questions, all the inquiries. And I've also posted the inquiry form. Whoever wants to connect with him, please submit your inquiry form. We'll definitely make you connect with him. The practitioner application form link is also there. Okay, so we have got a question from Patricia. Yes, please, Dr. Thay. Yes, please.
I just want to address the last question or last input. Thank you very much for sharing your experience with normal acupuncture. Normal acupuncture also works. However it works, right? What is the difference between normal acupuncture and turbo acupuncture in the effect? Turbo acupuncture is much quicker, much more powerful. And even in cases where normal acupuncture did not work, turbo acupuncture will work. As I said, 19 out of 20. Nothing is 100%. There will always be somebody, 1 out of 20, where it will not work. I was just in Cameroon, where I held my pain-free conference, my annual conference about turbo acupuncture for instant pain elimination. In Cameroon, we had 80 patients over 3 days. 80 patients, pain patients. 1 didn't respond at all. 1 was a low responder. 2 were 50% improvement, but the other 76 out of 80, they were pain-free or almost pain-free on the spot. That's 95%. If we take the other 50% improver, on our side is even a 97.5 percent of success, right? So it also works in Africa, it works all over the world. So that's the difference between normal acupuncture and turbo acupuncture. One, the speed of, that's why turbo, right? The speed and the power at which it can work. But the other thing is the speed and very actually limited knowledge you need. So you do not need, this is the acupuncture puppet right here. Look, this is a doll, right? There are hundreds, you know how many points there are? If you calculate the diameter of the needle and the surface of the body, you have 28 millions possibility to poke a needle somewhere in the human body, 28 millions, right? So if you learned acupuncture, this puppet, there's like 400 points, right? 400 points. Or even amongst 400 points, how do you know which is the one point which will eliminate the pain, right? This is about turbo acupuncture. Turbo acupuncture, you just need 12 points. You need to know 12 points. And with these 12 points, you can basically control the entire body. Not only for pain, but especially for pain. Works for not for anything, but works for many, many other things too. But just leave it for pain. This is, you don't need to spend years learning hundreds of points and I'm still not able to eliminate pain with one needle, right? This is the value. This is one of my professors, my Chinese professor said, the value of this weekend with me is 3,000 years of Chinese medicine in one weekend regarding pain elimination, right? That's what my professor said. Thank you.
Very good.
Yes, we have another question from Patricia. She says, how much is the course and is the cost tax deductible?
Well, as a
well, no. This is not what you. This is not a response on the platform. Yes, we will send you that information. That's why we encourage everybody to complete. Remember, the platform is not for selling. The platform is not to provide you with information relating to therapy. The platform is for information. Once you send in your inquiry, then we're able to respond back to you sufficiently in the process, giving you the date, the time, and everything else so that you're able to prepare, right? So it is not a prescriptive platform, but just so for tax purposes, if you are running your business, yes, 100%, you can deduct the cost of this training as part of your CPD or as part of your upscaling your skill in the process. Yes, you can use it to reduce your tax burden, 100%.
Perfect. I think John wanted to say something. Yes, please, John.
Thank you very much. Hello, Doctor.
Hello.
Fascinating.
Thank you.
Do patients have to come back for repeat treatments? How long does it last?
Yeah, I mentioned, thank you that you asked to clarify that. As I said, the normal experience is that the patient will get rid of pain or almost rid of pain more or less instantly, right? Instantly means like this, like a blink of an eye. If it was 30 seconds, 1 minute, that would already be long. If it was 5 minutes, that would be ultra long, but against the background of the patient having pain for years and decades, even 5 minutes would be short, right? So that's the normal experience the patient will have. I didn't say the pain will stay away for good. I said normally although I had one-off treatments where the pain didn't come back for over 1.5 years. That's the time I saw that patient again after I didn't see him again. However, the normally it is that the pain comes back. Let's say maybe next day, 2 days, 3 days, but not as bad anymore. It's only half, 2/3, 1/4. That's why you need to do it again, right? It's like a blocked water hose. If you have a blocked water hose, this, right? You just don't do this. It opens, and some of that material might go away, but not all. So you need to continue doing that. If you stop, it will block again, right? You need to do it in a certain frequency and intensity, and that what experience told me, us, Normally it's 2 times per week for 3 weeks, that's 6 times. And after that, it's 1 time per week for another 4 to 6 sessions. So in total, it's 10 to 12 sessions over a time span of 7 to 9 weeks, which is, let's say, roughly 2 months. But then it's good. And then, of course, you need to speak to the patient about lifestyle, right? Especially nutrition, right? And I'm sure that there's many, how you say, overlapping benefits with what Doc Sunny also has to offer.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, John. Any other questions from anybody? Ashvika, did you want to like say something?
Yeah, Ashbury, I just wanted to know which place the course will be in London, where at the address.
May I answer?
Yes, please.
So
Yes, please.
it will be in London, right? The location is to be determined, but it will be in London.
Ashvika, did you hear the answer?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Just
Okay.
follow the instruction. Yeah, just complete the inquiry form that would place in there. I've already said that. Complete the inquiry form so that let's coordinate it properly, right? So that we don't provide you with misinformation or thing changes. Complete the inquiry form for those who are interested on the form, on the training program or on the consultation. Then we will send you a coordinated set of information to you, right? Again, Ash, can you just put on the platform?
Yeah, it's there. It's there.
The
I've already
inquiry
put it.
form. The inquiry form is
Yes,
there.
sir, I'm doing so.
Yeah.
No, not just for you, Ashka. I'm just saying in general, those who are interested, complete it so that we don't just pass information through the air. Then we say, oh no, the situation has changed, right? We have to do it properly.
Okay. Any other questions or shall we take a quick break?
One question from me, Dr.
Yes,
Tyler.
please.
How do you overcome patients who has a natural fear of needles? And as a result of that, have you had any experience with any of your patients just having a natural fear of needles? Because there's a lot of patients who are just naturally afraid of a needle. So how do you go about calming your patients before administering your method?
Yeah, thank you very much for this question. So there are 2 types of patients, I would say. The ones who experienced, acupuncture or maybe just taking blood, and it was a painful experience and they don't like it and they're afraid of that. In those kind of patients, I would say, just try it. I would show it on my own hand, right? How to put the needle. And by the way, the needle is going into the body very, very shallow. It's not like a centimeter, 2-3 centimeters into the body. It's very shallow. I'm talking about let's say 0.2, 0.3 maximum millimeter inserted into the skin, right? And if you have the right needle technique, and I have a very special needle technique, which I named by myself the TAN flip, right? The special needling technique, then it's very, very, you shouldn't feel anything basically. That's one. Then the other people are people who just imagine it. They never had a needle, right? They don't know how it feels, but they imagine it, right? Well, then my talk, if it doesn't help to talk, then maybe send them to a hypnotherapist or any other kind of person who can deal with this kind of issue, so to get it out of their head, right? So last option is, I have it available, but not every practitioner has that available, but that's investment behind. It's laser, right? There's laser acupuncture, which I use in small children or in pregnant ladies where I don't want to risk the pregnancy. which was hard work to get her pregnant. And in very, very, very extremely pain sensitive patients, I use laser, right? Laser light is a concentrated light, which is then just what do you call it? It doesn't penetrate the skin. It's just there is an adapter how you place the needle and to fix the needle and fixate the needle, the laser needle, the laser, let's call it diode, the laser diode to the skin so it doesn't fall off. And then a laser beam, the light beam will do the job. It will penetrate totally pain-free, insertion-free, but it will penetrate the skin, the light, right? The skin up to a depth to 3 to 4 centimeter will hit the acupuncture point and will do that job. However, the difference to needle acupuncture is this laser acupuncture is softer, right? It means, I mean, it doesn't get this peak in intensity, right? So you might have, energy-wise, you might have the same, what is it called, area, right? It's laser on and it's off. So that's a square and that represents some kind amount of energy, right, over time, right? But sometimes you need just the peak of the needle, which you cannot achieve with a laser, right? So first the laser will take longer, and it could be that the laser is not strong enough. Then you might not get the result on the spot, but you should get the result over time. But as I said, the turbo acupuncture needle, I see, I have one here. So this is a normal acupuncture needle, this one here, right? Put this one here. You can see this one. You can see, I don't know.
Okay, yes.
4 centimeter. And this turbo acupuncture needle is like this one here. So just not unpack it here. Like this one. Look, can you see how small they are?
Yeah.
So they are thinner and shorter, right? Because that's such long needle. How can you put it in the somewhere and only 0.1, 0.2 millimeters? It will fall because it's too heavy, right? So this is very handy. Yeah. So, and I haven't seen. So but I studied Western medicine first, right? Then I went into dentistry. I studied dentistry. During my dental study, I had this key experience about acupuncture. And then I went into Chinese medicine. What I want to say is I did medicine, Western medicine. I did dentistry. I did acupuncture the normal way. I haven't seen anything which comes close to turbo acupuncture in effect, in speed, in reliability, in how little you need to know, how fast you can learn this, and how much impact you can have on all of your patients, right? So if I needed to start all over again and I could choose what to do, what to learn, just 1 weekend this, I spent only 1 weekend, I have global impact.
Yep, for sure, definitely. As I said, I saw you at the medical conference and presentation. I was very impressed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Andrew. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Thay. It was a pleasure having you today. Okay, so we have 11:08. All right, so we take a short 5 minutes break before we move on to the next part of the session. And please refresh yourselves, have some tea, coffee, and we'll see you exactly after 5 minutes. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Thay, for having me. Thank you.
My pleasure, my honor. Thank you, Dr. Sani.
Are you able to stay on, Dr. Tan?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll stay until the end.
Yes. Wonderful. That's great.
Join Whoop for only $1.99 for 12 months.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Okay, John is back. I hope everybody's listening because I cannot see faces. Okay, Ashwika is here. Great.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Okay, now I see the man himself. All right. Okay, so let's just start a very quick, I think, introduction just to like where we're progressing next is just we're honored to have Dr. Sunny Ahonsi today, and he will be introducing the incredible potential for ASEA and the BIP scan technology. We will be showcasing how these innovations are shaping the future of the healthcare and personal wellness. And yes, so let's just get started, and over to you, Dr. Sunny. Dr. Sunny, you're on mute.
Right. Just testing, just to make sure you're watching me.
I'm always watching. Don't worry.
We're all watching you, sir.
Excellent. So this part of the segment of the presentation will be very brief and very short. Now, you have heard about pain management, pain relief. What we want to do at this part of the game is, what action are you prepared to take for yourself? Who do you think you can benefit from this particular presentation that you just heard today? Have you got 5 names that you've written down? Have you got 10 that you've written down? Have you got hundreds of people that you've written down? That the information you received today, you can extend it to them. Are you writing them down now? All right. I'll give you 5 minutes. Right? Exactly 5 minutes. Right now is 11:15 UK time. Wherever you are, just add 5 minutes to that 15, which means 11:20 will come back. And we'll take a roundtable discussion in terms of how many names have you put down from today's presentation and how many people you're going to impact with it. So every single person on this particular presentation today, we will go around the table and ask. Time starts now. So you got 2 more minutes. And how many names have you listed down so far? Remember, the purpose of this session is, have you thought of somebody you can help with this information? Pain relief. Not just you coming in, you go away, and nothing ever happens. 2 more minutes left. How many people have you noted them for the next section, next Saturday, next Wednesday? But how many people can you help today? That's what we're talking about now. Okay, welcome back. Yeah, have you enjoyed that session? Have you been able to come up with names of people? Let's start from, right? Let's start with Andrew. Andrew, how many names have you been able to generate that you can support with this platform every single week. 5, 10, 20. Let's start from you, Andrew. Andrew, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I
Very
came with about four names. Can't mention those names, but
No.
Okay.
You don't need to mention the names.
Mhm.
All you need to say is, I've got 4 names. I've
Okay.
got
Yeah, I've got
5.
4. Mhm.
Okay, you got 4.
Yeah.
Andrew, that is a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
And what percentage is that? Remember what Dr. Tang says? We
That's
need
about-
95%. Have you measured
Oh.
up to 95%?
I would say that's 95%. Yeah.
Very good. Okay, you've achieved the target. Afshka, how many names have you come up with?
So can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you very clearly.
I have in UK around 4, back home 4.
Okay, so that's 8 out of 10. You remember what we are talking about here today is all about pain management. And we have solution, we have intervention that can actually relieve people from suffering from pain. How many of you actually listened to Dr. Tan when he started? How many people in the UK alone are suffering from chronic pain? Can you remember the figure? Who can remember?
28 million.
Yeah, just say it out. Shout it out.
28 million.
How many?
28 million.
28 million people. That's a huge number. You will agree.
For sure.
And majority of your neighbors, majority of people that you walk past through the street, they're suffering from that particular excruciating pain, chronic. We're not talking about acute pain when you cut your fingers or whatever, you strike your feet against, then there's a wound and you can bandage it. But what we're talking about now, people suffer from all kinds of pain. Dr. Tan, just while you're here, before we proceed, can this intervention deal with period pain, for example?
Yeah,
Or is it just back pain?
I'm always asked, can it do this pain, chronic regional?
I don't think I can hear
pain
you.
syndrome?
Yeah, you were saying?
Any kind of physical pain, any kind of, whether it's menstrual pain, whether it's upside down, whether it's inside out, whether it's chronic acute, any kind of physical pain, including, of course, menstrual pain.
Right. So I'm sure our moms, our sister, our nieces that will benefit from this particular information. You will agree, would you know? Right? This is so important. That's why I wanted to put down these names of people you feel you can help. Because what we could do, we can actually bring Dr. Tan all the way from Germany, all the way from Moscow, wherever he is. We find him, we bring him down to
Where did you go?
Hello, I've got a quick question, please. Can somebody hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes, I just want to ask, what is your advice on acupuncture? Because I suffer from arthritis in my leg. I also have Baker's cyst, and I've also got an issue with my lower back spine. All of this also is due to
Can you
also
imagine this? Wouldn't that be wonderful?
yes, and all of this
All
is also
from
due to
pain.
all of this is also due to obesity. So rather than me taking tablets, medication prescribed, I would like to know how acupuncture will be able to help me, because my arthritis in particular is very, very severe. It's excruciating pain, which I can't even walk at times. So please, what is your take on acupuncture, please?
Okay, Doc Sunny, what happened? Doc Sunny, just to explain to you what happened, what we saw is you disappeared from the screen for, I would say, maybe 45 seconds, right?
Mhm.
And then this lady took the opportunity to ask something, but I can address that answer later, maybe. Give Doc Sunny the priority and let him
No,
continue what you want to do.
Provide a brief response, then we can invite her for full
Okay.
consultation.
So as I said, acupuncture is good. Turbo acupuncture is a totally different league, right? If you look at the football, soccer, right, the normal acupuncture is in comparison to turbo acupuncture is like second league. You have second league, you have Premier League, you have Champions League, and then you have far above and beyond Champions League. That's the difference between normal acupuncture and turbo acupuncture. Totally different dimension. Doesn't mean that normal acupuncture doesn't help. Normal acupuncture helps in, well, it helps how it helps, better than nothing, right? But again, turbo acupuncture is a totally different dimension. So for you, I strongly recommend. I mean, there is no turbo acupuncturist in the UK, right? That's why the training is to get you a local, regional certified therapist, right? But if you don't have a turbo acupuncturist, then go to a normal acupuncturist, see what he can do, right? Maybe that is good enough, but it won't be normally not one needle or one point. Sometimes I need 2 or 3 needles in the same point will take the pain away, right? And it could be that if you have 5 locations, you need for every location you need a needle. But if the distribution is favorable, then sometimes one needle can do, so 1 point, one needle can do job for all the locations. So the headache is gone, shoulder pain is gone, hip pain is gone, knee pain is gone, joint pain gone, all with one needle. I had that. Thank you for the question.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And also, what would be your advice on obesity?
Maybe that later, Doc, Sunny, later.
Yeah, can this intervention support somebody with obese
Support.
condition?
It can, so acupuncture itself, turbo acupuncture, look, you have a car, right? You have a car and then you have a turbo car, right? Porsche or a Mercedes, or you have a normal car and you have a Lamborghini, or you have a Ferrari, right? It's a difference, isn't it? Right? It is a difference. It's totally different game. So in obesity, of course, it's not only acupuncture or turbo acupuncture, both can help. However, it will be also some nutritional advice, and most probably different than the nutritional advice you already had, right? So it's different. It's not, it's always the detail. In German, you say the devil lies in the detail, right? You need to pay attention to the detail. One little detail can change the whole thing, right? Maybe you did 10 things you did right, but because you didn't do the 11th and the 12th thing, because you didn't know, because nobody told you about that, right? That's why you just got stuck with your situation where you're at. Although actually a little bit more could make the big change.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much for that advice. I really appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, Elizabeth, I think your question is so relevant because a lot of people have that same condition. As you know, doctor had just clarified in terms of obesity, there are it's so much faceted in terms of that condition. It could be due to either our sedentary, stationary lifestyle or the food we eat. Yeah, all of that can add to the condition of being obese. Or it could be other condition of being diabetic or other respiratory issues and all the rest of this. So there could be a cumulative issue in terms of certainly the therapy you're going to receive from the turbo acupuncture. Yeah, I use that word turbo repeatedly because this is totally different. It puts in a lot of spice, a lot of spicy, a lot of dimension into the way acupuncture is being used as a therapy to address several medical conditions. Like I said, individually, we will send you an application form for those of you who are actually filling in that particular form, you submit your inquiry form, we will pay particular attention to detail to every single individual that actually fills in that form to make sure your interest is preserved confidentially. Yeah, this platform is an open platform where people get information, where people get education, but to actually get into the root of the matter, complete the application form, we are prepared to contact you and speak with you, spend 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, 5 hours, just to deal with that specific situation. Remember, it's not just for you, but for your loved one at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I would really appreciate that because what my doctor said to me, because my doctor said to me because of stress also, that's what's contributed to rapid weight gain. And I'm finding it very hard in my early 40s to lose this weight as quick as how I could have lost it, let's say 10 years ago. And I'm doing everything possible. I've changed my lifestyle. I've changed my diet. I'm doing exercise daily, and also my doctor also prescribed me. I'm currently on Orstolats, which does help with the regular with my bowel movements. However, I'm not seeing a major difference on the weighing scales, and I'm not seeing that my clothes are loosely fitting. The weight, in fact, I feel like I'm even putting on more weight. So this is what I want to identify and work towards. What can I do? Because I do feel that also my lymphatic system also is probably blocked, and I need to just learn how to do massages in order to let the flow in my lymphatic system start to flow more, because I'm having a lot of swelling also in my legs. And the way how my body is right now, even I can't look in the mirror. I'm not too pleased.
Well, Elizabeth, you're not alone, and I'm glad you're actually saying this publicly and openly. And this is the purpose of this particular platform, for us to glean information, provide education, provide some insight, then further inquiries can actually ensue. And this is exactly what this particular platform is. Please complete that application form, and one of us will come back with it to you with regular consultation. We are not just doing it as a one-off, we are doing it as a consistent, right? With full level of resilience in terms of supporting people genuinely, and this is the purpose. The reason why this particular company was formed was the experience I had with my son about 14 years ago, back in 2011, right? To make sure that nobody go through a lot of excruciating pain and other form of medical condition on their own, because a lot of people are isolated. And I was at that point in time, but now I am not, because we have group of therapists, we have group of doctors surrounding us, providing us with the right and correct information. We are not just using one particular method of intervention. Right? It's not just by allopathy, it's not just by the traditional Chinese medicine or Ayurveda or the African tradition. We are using what is called an integrative system approach. We integrate and see what's the best solution for our body, because our body is so complex and one form of intervention doesn't solve it all. We can bring that intelligence from your practitioner, and we bring the intelligence from Dr. Tan, we bring intelligence from Dr. Chudi, we bring intelligence from Dr. Ade, Dr. Smith. We combine all of that together and customize something that is specific to you that works, right? That's the purpose of this particular platform.
That sounds fantastic, because I also was gonna go down the route of having bariatrics service where where they cut half of the stomach.
Correct.
Because
You may not want to do that for now, right? because
Right.
we have so many clients that have actually done that, but in fact, it wasn't the condition, if you know what I mean, right? I had one of our patients who was actually 3/4 of our stomach was actually removed, right? And that didn't even help. Yes, in terms of surgical intervention, some doctor believe that that will be the solution, but not necessarily so. So we can put on hold cutting and pasting here and there for now and use something that can really intervene and work with the body. With the instructions or guidelines from people like Dr. Tan, Dr. Chidi, we are able to get solution for you. And yes, your case may also be uh, uh, increased or worsened by the fact that you're overly worried sick about your condition as well, right? So
Yes, correct.
all of these are going to be part of those therapy, because sickness is not just by pathological condition, it can equally be psycho-emotional as well. And that in itself can create even the condition or worsen the condition that you're in right now. So within the medical community, psycho-emotional is 80% of the situation that is actually affecting people.
Oh,
So
right.
yes, absolutely. Okay, so we would combine this integrative approach to see what is best suitable for you. Have you completed the inquiry form, Elizabeth?
No, how can I access the inquiry form, please?
It's actually on the.
I
It's
think
actually
somebody
on
has
the.
put something on here already.
It's actually on the chat box.
Okay, I will click on the link and do that. And are you based in London?
We're based in London. Yes, we're in London.
Whereabouts in London, please?
We are based in. Well, we have 2 clinics at the moment. One at the bridge and Tower Bridge, and another one Harley Street. So you can meet us in any of those places. But
Right,
once you, yeah, go Elizabeth.
and sorry to interrupt you. Is there a cost for your services? I'm quite sure there is.
Yeah, there will be a cost, but that's not the purpose of that discussion on the platform. That's why we want everyone to be able to complete that confidential document. Then we say, okay, this is the cost, this is what you can afford, that's what you can. So our focus here is all about the medical condition to address it. Yeah, of course, because we are private and there is no way we can sustain ourselves without people making contribution to the cost. NHS will not survive if you and me are not paying a national insurance contribution. That's the reality of it. Yeah, there is a cost.
Okay, brilliant. I look forward to your services in the
Yeah.
foreseeable future because I've reached that point now where I'm becoming desperate now. And the NHS, they're doing what they can, but it's
Yes,
still not
they
enough.
are working the best they can. But you see, as one of my doctor's friends said, he said the allopathic strategy, which is the NHS practices, he said they're good in terms of analysis, in terms of diagnosis, but they may not be good in terms of intervention, in terms of treatment. Can you see? That's why when you bring that report from the doctor, other doctors are able to peer through that report and use exactly other interventional approaches that had worked with so many in the past. You may have
Right.
also listened to Dr. Tang's video, the case studies, right? So,
No, I logged on a little bit late.
okay, not to worry. This video is also available on YouTube. You can actually access it on our YouTube video, and it's not a problem. So you have all the recording of this conversation that we're having right now, Elizabeth. And also, we're going to even pay more than usual attention on yourself as it stands. Okay?
Fantastic. One more question, please, before I want to also find out from yourself, do you guys do a thorough health analysis in terms of, like, let's say, blood tests, full body, organ check and all that kind of stuff to identify what is actually going on in the human body?
Well, this is the whole purpose. Remember what I said earlier? Integrative approach. Integrative approach means that we combine the experiences and expertise of various medical practitioners. Then we come up with what will be best suitable. But you are the center stage of the whole analysis. You are the one that will be communicating with the doctors, with the therapist, analyzing, looking back into your medical history, and see exactly what may be not right at this point in time. The whole idea is we want to put it right. We want to support you through the whole system of the whole intervention and process. That's the whole idea.
Right. Okay. How long have you been established for, please?
Well, as a company, we've been established for over 10 years, but as a company, working with other doctors over 1,000 years. Why? Because we have experience of 1,000 and numerous doctors with so many years of experiences. Remember, this is not just one company. This is not just one NHS. This is not just one doctor. We have multiple doctors with multiple background, providing you with that sort of support that you had never even experienced in your lifetime.
Okay, fantastic. That's good to know. And what is your take on the herbal, the herbal holistic route? If so, for somebody like to, be taking herbs to drink and to alkalize the body and all that kind of stuff compared to tablets.
Okay. As a company, we do not endorse or condemn any sort of intervention, provided you get it from a qualified practitioner. Now, people always say, yeah, if it's herb, if it's this, if it's that, because it's all natural, it's good for you. How do they know, right? In a medical dictionary, there's what is called type 1 error, type 2 error. One of those errors, one means is that you go to a doctor, you are a man, and the doctor says, oh, you're pregnant, right? You know straight away that's almost an impossibility, right? The other extreme analogy or example I can give you, you are a woman and the doctor, did the diagnosis, oh, not you in particular, said to the woman, you're suffering from breast cancer. And the lady doesn't have any breast cancer. In fact, a report came out yesterday and a doctor was jailed for 45 years for providing misinformation to patients on breast cancer, 553 of them, right? It was jailed by the court. But what I'm trying to say to you here, the issue and the challenges that we face right now is the challenges of medical practitioners are taking very, very narrow view. Only one person actually looks into the same side of the coin or both sides of the coin. Same person. But what we didn't hear was, okay, Dr. Tan has actually given his report. This is what he says. How about if we go to Dr. Chidi? How about if we go to Dr. Singh? How about if so we pick point to signposted all that particular condition, then they give their own view, then you can relate to which one is actually more relevant the way you are. Can you see?
Yes.
So you don't have one single professional who is looking into your case. You have layer of multi-sectorial intervention of these doctors and therapists who are looking into your own case. On the basis of that, you were able to make a lot of what is called an informed decisions in the process, because we have so many people who are supporting you along the way. And this is the whole point. Medical practitioners, we know we have all our limitations, right? We cannot know it all. In fact, a lot of the things when you go to hospital, that's why they ask you to sign a certain consent form, because they know that the intervention may not work for you. And our bodies are so complex at the same time that what works for you may not necessarily work for me. You see, that's why Dr. Tan said earlier, you cannot get it 100%. But when you have interventional approach that is multi-sectorial, multifaceted, practitioner who are there to providing that solution to you, that creates a better solution, a balanced solution, 360 degrees squared in a process.
Brilliant. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you and your team in the foreseeable future. Thank you so much.
If you have not filled in the application form, perhaps Ash, can you just send a direct message to Elizabeth and see if we can obtain her detail to support in terms of complete her application form? Yeah?
Would
All right.
sending my email address on the platform, would that help if somebody can
That
send
would
it
be
direct?
absolutely amazing. Then we'll pick it up. Provided you're not afraid that somebody might intercept that email and they just send you email for invitation for something else. Yeah, we're happy to take that email address and
I've
send
just
you.
sent it on the platform. If somebody can kindly send it directly to my email, because I don't want to click the link now and I lose the video. I lose you guys. So that's
Okay,
why.
Wonderful. Yeah, Ash, have you got Elizabeth's email?
Yes, I have.
Very good. Okay, Elizabeth. Yeah, it's been absolutely amazing, very enlightening in terms of what you have been saying. Okay, let's go to, let me go to somebody that I know I can pick on in terms of, Mandela. Mandela, what have you got your 5 people or 10?
Thank you, Dr. Sani. It's amazing. I'm just being pumped. You know, with this kind of information, it makes my heart to race. I just love it. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 that I think they deserve to get this information. And of course, it is their side to make that choices. But I will pass it to them.
Very good. So how many people do you say you have now?
12.
Very, very good. So 10 is 12 out of 10. So you have beaten the record of Dr. Tan in the process. So we're now going to be reaching out to you in terms of how we can get most of these people into the system. And now we start preparing for Dr. Tan's arrival to London. When he comes in London next 2 weeks or so, how many clients that we can line up that he can see with the turbo intervention? Can you see what we're doing here? Something big, something not inside the realm of a low-fly bird. Yeah, of the scale. Very good. 12. Okay, let's go to Maxine. Maxine, we only got 5 minutes left, as you know. So how many people have you lined up that you will impact with this information? Maxine, are you there? Okay, let's go to Nadia, you have heard, yeah, you and I have been chasing after, we miss each other like cat and dog. And now we met each other here on this particular platform. From what you heard so far, how many people do you think you can support with this information? Nadia, including yourself. You can unmute and speak with us.
Greetings, Dr. Sunny. I have about 5 people that I could consider that would be interested, including myself. Yes, I will get back to registration process. I will do that.
I think I have your detail, and I will pass it on to our clinical support team.
Yes,
and they'll be reaching out to you. And you and I also have a discussion to make anyway.
Yes,
that's why I ask you not to complete any application form until you and I have spoken and established some basis, right?
Okay.
But from what you've heard about the turbo acupuncture, what is your own analysis of that so far to date?
I think there is a lot of people that definitely benefit from this. So it's about making sure that we are able to, share this information and get it out to a lot more. I said, well, if I go back into my contacts, I'm sure I can, it can remind me of more people that are in discomfort.
Yes.
But that's just a quick, analysis of what I know straight away. But I'm sure there's a lot more.
I love the phrase. I love the phrase you use, discomfort, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
People are suffering from excruciating pain in terms of discomforted position. You just cannot imagine.
Yeah, it's a distraction for their lifestyle. So it's a lifestyle change that we want to introduce so that they can get on with the lifestyle that they want to live. So, it is, I know sometimes that I have problems with my back and the pain comes and goes, and it does change my lifestyle. So yeah, I'm interested in.
So you can see now that
issue.
you can see now that solution is in the horizon, right? In terms of this intervention that we always say to people, you try so many other allopathic, Chinese, Ayurvedic, try this and let's see. So we haven't got it wrong so far to date. 10 out of 10. So this is the whole point. If we cannot support you, maybe we can signpost you to somebody who can. But because of the way we work and the multiple of interventional professional on our platform, School of Bio-Natural, we believe that we will have solution for you in the process. Okay, fantastic. We have our sitting in doctor here with us, Dr. Chidi. Dr. Chidi, yes, welcome to our particular program. In fact, I was mentioning your name several times today. I never knew that you are here. So just introduce yourself, doctor, and say what you're doing. And what we're discussing today is all about pain management using turbo acupuncture intervention. Dr. Chidi, you can unmute and just say what your vision is for this. Dr. Chidi, are you there? Okay. Dr. Chidi is going into the clinic dealing with a patient. Right. Let's go to Janet. Janet, are you able to speak and to what you've heard today and If you have how many people in mind that you can support? 5, 10, 20? Janet? Janet, are you there? Okay, when you're able to unmute, you can speak with us. And how about if we go to Dr. Rashid? Dr. Rashid, all the way from Philadelphia in United States of America. From what you heard today in terms of turbo acupuncture, how would you use this information to support and help many other people who are suffering from this condition?
Well, it was a wonderful, interesting discussion and presentation. And we always support alternative medicine. Traditional medicine and conventional medicine, alternative medicine, we all work in collaboration to take care of our health. All depends on which one you prefer, which one will help you. So listening to this presentation, and I will inform my team and other members of my family to take a second thought towards conventional medicine. And sometimes you go to the hospitals several times, you don't get cured. But when you go to the allopathic medicine, medical practitioner, and probably you take a herbs, the herbs will help you, and you forget about the conventional medication. So I will applaud and also convey the message to my followers. Thank you.
Very good. Just going back, I think it was Elizabeth that raises the point of using herbs. Herbs are nice, herbs are good. But the difficulties and challenges with herbs is the fact that they are not measured. You don't have any clinical trial, any clinical control in terms of how much you can take, because too much of concentration of the natural property of this herb can even cause more damage than the solution. So that's why it's always better you're under the supervision of a qualified, certified professional in the process. Always good. Yeah, there's no just a point of say, okay, you can take cucumber. What is your body? What's your physiology willing to take? Or you take, what's it called now? Turmeric. You take ginger. How many of those can your body really handle? Who measured it on that well-controlled clinical trial? These are some of the issues with the herbal medicine. So you still need to be under the guidance of a qualified practitioner based on experience and based on the intervention they have used repeatedly that worked, so that you know how much intake of these particular substances that you need to take into your body. So whether it is herbal or whether it's allopathic, that's why when you go to the doctor, your GP will say, okay, you only need to take one tablet, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. There's a reason for that. If you take more than that dose, then it can have some repercussion in itself. The same way with herbal medicine. Don't take too much of it, because it can actually, without you being supervised by a qualified, competent professional. It has been a great morning. I'm sure most of you have actually listened to what we've done today. Officially, we're going to bring this particular platform to a close. And for those of you who have actually volunteered to support other people, information between now and on Monday, we're going to be sending out information to you in terms of how we can support these people. And for those of you who wish to book consultation, Again, once we receive your application, we're able to use that information. We send you the application form, pay the necessary fee that needed to be paid on the application form. Then we start your initial consultation, getting the full facts, downloading those facts. Then the doctors or the therapy can recommend the right dosage of the intervention that you require. In the meantime, we're also going to furnish you with Dr. Tang's next visit in London, and what are the costs involved, what are the participation, or whether you're going to undertake a remote consultation with Dr. Tang prior to his arrival to London, so that we're able to understand what the condition that you're actually facing. This is not just arbitrary, intervention, but a well-controlled, conducted intervention professionally. Thank you for everyone. And John, do you have just a concluding remark before we close the
I do indeed. It's
platform?
been a fascinating morning, really. Absolutely fascinating. Pain. The people who need help with pain very often keep quiet. It's an evolutionary drive not to show vulnerability to weaknesses. And one of the things we do is we don't have the bad manners to see that somebody's hurting because it's suggesting that they're weak. We need to actually speak to people about pain. That's what I love about this Saturday meeting. It's an open forum to discuss the real issues of life, and discuss them openly. Bear in mind that we all have vulnerabilities to being weakened. And if we don't address those vulnerabilities, it's not becoming weakened, it's being weakened. So openness, and to see somebody hurting is bad. In this country and possibly around the world, my generation, I was born in 49. So my parents and my grandparents had lived through 2 world wars, a depression, an influenza epidemic that destroyed, it caused more deaths than the bloody wars did. So you didn't show pain because all you'd get was, or you were brought up with the realization that other people had suffered more than you could. Well, those days have gone. And if we have this evolutionary drive that's been misappropriated as not letting people know that you're hurting, which in a highly populated world, an overpopulated world, facing overshoot, is quite a big demand. Just tell people. Ask them if they're hurt. Ask them how they handle their pain. Ask them what they'd like to do, what they think, and ask them why they would like to do it. And make sure that their decision is their decision. It's not your advice. There's nothing more poisonous in this world than advice, even though I'm giving it now. Make it their decision and they'll do something about the pain. You don't have to be frightened. You don't have to be shy. You don't have to display weakness. Nobody's going to take advantage of it. Well, there are people who will take advantage of that vulnerability, but stick together with your friends who care for you. Okay? Pain is a social issue, it's a cultural issue, it's a physical issue, an intellectual issue, an emotional issue, but most of all, it's a sensitivity issue. That's it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, John. So officially, we're going to hand back to our host, who is now going to conclude and close today's session. So you'll be hearing from us, and if you wish us to contact you for any condition, you can log on to all our social media, or you go onto our website. All of that are going to now be shown on this particular platform right now.
Thank you.
Before, please, before the next person speaks.
No, nobody's going
how-
to speak now.
Oh, okay. How often is this Zoom gonna be presented, please? Because this is my first time of attending the Zoom meeting, and it's very, very interesting. And if there's regular Zoom meetings, I would definitely like to be a participant of it.
Very good. That's Elizabeth, right?
Yes.
Yes, correct.
Elizabeth, we're going to include you into the information that will be sent out every week. This Zoom meeting actually takes place twice a week, Wednesday and Saturdays, right?
Brilliant.
I did have a
And
question that I was waiting to ask patiently in the box that wasn't picked up on because Elizabeth was speaking for quite a while and just wanted to give her that space to do that. But I guess it didn't get picked up, and so I raised my hand for it to be picked up. But maybe if I'm able to come in next week because of time.
yes, you, is that Mercy G?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I think I did pick on you actually on the Zoom. But
No, I tried to answer, but Elizabeth was talking.
oh no, that's my error then, because I
You
actually
disappeared and you came back in.
yeah. Maybe that was the time you okay. Yes, perhaps you and I we can speak offline later today after this particular meeting.
Yes, just
So
a question for the doctor around the pain and cancer being a woman, the different kind of things that we come up with
yes.
in terms of the pain and how we manage that.
Well, as one of my doctor friends said, he said there's always a price you pay for being beautiful. So yeah, okay. Yeah, perhaps we can, otherwise this particular forum will not stop. It will continue going.
Yes, I did try
Okay.
to be patient, but it just felt like it was relevant to hear Elizabeth out and her questions. But yes, I'd definitely like to pick up on how we support people holistically, especially with the turbo acupuncture and
Yeah.
how it interacts with other therapeutic non-invasive treatment.
Very good. We're going to be reaching out to, again, if you complete that inquiry form, or you simply go to our website. I know you're already familiar with us anyway, because you're one of us, Mercy G. And if you could just put it on the platform, Ash, the email address and the inquiry form, so that anyone can complete that, and we'll respond back to you confidentially. This is the whole point. It's all about confidentiality, to make sure your data, your information, private information, and health information is preserved by us.
That's great. Actually, if you could just pick up on the question that I asked so that I can get that feedback, because there are people that I'm thinking of to tell them about the turbo acupuncture. So just to be able to give them some information back.
Okay.
Mercy, you're actually like an eagle. It's very rare to actually find you or see you. If I can just give me the benefit of the doubt, let me address that question as much as I can. And Dr. Tang is still with us as well. So what was the question? We'll give you this dispensation in the process.
The question was, how does the turbo acupuncture work with other therapeutic treatments, especially thinking of those who are actually receiving treatment for cancer, and the pain that they go through? Is it something that can work with that when they're having their cancer treatment as an alternative? And also how we kind of integrate turbo acupuncture with other therapeutic treatments.
Okay. That's 1,020,000 questions, which is very, very accurate. Right. Dr. Tan, do you have, without giving the
You're muted,
therapeutic,
doctor.
Okay, first of all, I need to apologize. I need to switch to my phone because I'm from Germany. I traveled from Germany yesterday and I forgot my charger for my laptop. So my laptop is empty, right? So that's why I changed to the phone here.
No problem.
Which is a misery. So I need to get some. Well, I need to see.
I don't mind if it's emailed back. You've got my details, and I've
We
posted the question.
we can email back, but just a respond in terms of combination of this turbo with other interventions that
right. So
Mercy had mentioned about.
Yeah, the strength of turbo acupuncture is simplicity, right? So I can very simply answer the question by saying that turbo acupuncture, but turbo acupuncture in particular, supports any other therapeutic measurement. Look at it this way. You have an issue. I don't want to say problem. You have a health issue, right? Whether it's cancer, whether it's pain, whatever it is, and you have a path to you want to solve it from the Western medical approach. You want to access it from a Ayurvedic approach, from a Chinese medical approach. So turbo acupuncture is the pinnacle of the, I would say, it's a masterpiece of acupuncture, right? It will support any other treatment. It will sometimes it will make other treatment even more effective. So basically, you can add to any other therapeutic measure. And most of the times, especially when it comes to pain medication, that pain medication you will not need anymore, right? So was that answer helpful, or is there anything remaining?
I was thinking more in line with those that are on, they're receiving treatment for cancer, so they're on, any kind, whether it's a dialysis or their chemotherapy. Is it okay to still use it alongside those treatments? And obviously, some of them are given medication like morphine. Will it support them through their journey of receiving? And it's quite invasive, the treatment for cancer. I've got a good at least 3 individuals that I know now who are receiving. They complain all the time about the pain that they're in, and that the morphine, it takes the edge off, but not enough to, support them in their daily up and down. It impacts their lifestyle.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I showed you a video earlier from Leanne, right? So I said, and I said to sisters. So a sister is another case who has a back problem, but the problem with the back is she has metal there, right? And there's a screw. Depending on her posture and so her movement, then the screw will hit the nerve, and it's painful. So if I'm there, I'm able to get her out of pain, right? Then she's pretty much pain-free within, let's say, a few minutes. But then if she makes a wrong movement, then she will have it again. So that's why I told her two years ago already that she needs that operation. But nobody wants to operate her. They're all scared for operation because she's on medication, multiple, including morphine, and that above the normal limit, right? So she's beyond the normal limit, and she's driving a car, right? So it's crazy. So what I want to say is, no matter what medication you take, you can add turbo acupuncture on top of it. There are some medications where turbo acupuncture might, where the effect of turbo acupuncture might be less, still it will help. So what is that? It's what is it? All immunosuppressants and all NSAIDs, so non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. However, even if you're on ibuprofen or diclofenac or however are called, still it will help, but it could maybe a bit less. However, it still helps. What else I want to say about once you experience turbo acupuncture as a patient, even more so as a practitioner, just don't want to miss it anymore. You cannot think not having it anymore. And I mean, I do it, this is my daily bread, right? I do it every day, again and again and again. There's so many people who say, hey, this cannot be true. It's too good to be true. Every time I treat a patient, I'm not surprised anymore about the result, about the effect, because I know it already. But what I am is, I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated every single time. How is it possible that such a little needle, and it's only 0.2 millimeters, right? So if you consider the volume, the mass of the material of the steel, the needle, which is in the body, actually, it's only 0.008 cubic millimeters metal in the right spot of the body, which makes all the difference between a patient in pain and out of pain. This is totally crazy, right? This is totally crazy.
Thanks for that. I think you did answer the question in that it can work with any kind of treatment, but also to be mindful. I guess what people will do is have their consultation, and then in that you'd be able to assess the medication they're on already and the treatment they're already receiving. Is that something that you would do prior to administering the acupuncture?
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, what I need to know, right, is obviously where is the pain, right? Is it headache, shoulder pain, back pain, or multiple pains? Where is the pain? Which is the worst, second, third, fourth, and so on? Any other medical conditions? The medication they're on, of course. However, that wouldn't decide on where I will place the needle, right? Or where they can have the needle or not. The only contraindication for turbo acupuncture in general is, or can be, pregnancy, right? Depending on the stage of pregnancy, they need to see the risk, and the risk of acupuncture and turbo acupuncture in pregnancy is, I mean, you don't poke the needle in the stomach, in the abdomen, right? Of course not. But if I said earlier, if you have the right needling technique, and then the needle is so little tiny, then you might not feel anything at all. However, if the patient is very pain sensitive and the patient feels that needle, and it might be more or less painful, let's call it that way, then there might be a little kind of, this reaction of the body, which might lead to a contraction in the uterus, which might result in loss of an early pregnancy, which you don't want, right? So in those cases, you might consider is that a contraindication? Is that a relative contraindication? But other than that, there is really there's no real contraindication for turbo acupuncture. Even if you're on aspirin, on warfarin, on this blood thinner medication, right? I mean, so what? Even in how do you call it? After breast cancer operation, and they took out the lymph nodes, right? Then the lymphedema of the left of the arm, right? Even then, you find it's not an issue to put a needle in. However, if a lady, if the patient says she doesn't want it because the doctor said don't put anything in your arm, no blood taking, no needles, no nothing, I wouldn't do it then. But other than that, I don't care. I mean, I did it multiple times, nothing happened, so it's pretty safe.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for your patience and us running over to answer my query. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ted. Thank you so much, Mercy. My heartfelt thanks to each one of you for your active participation and enthusiasm. So let's just continue to apply these insights and foster information in our respective fields. And thank you once again and we look forward to seeing you in our upcoming session, which is next Wednesday, 7 p.m. UK time. Until then, please stay inspired and stay motivated, stay healthy. Thank you, everybody, for coming today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.